Donald Trump has once again stirred controversy within the MAGA base, this time by offering a surprisingly respectful tribute to former President Jimmy Carter following his passing at the age of 100. Trump, who has often polarized his own supporters with comments and decisions that deviate from their hardline stances, praised Carter as an honorable guy who did an honorable job and worked hard for America. While the statement seemed fairly neutral and even mild, it unleashed a firestorm of criticism from many within the MAGA movement, who remain staunchly opposed to Carter's legacy and policies. This latest uproar comes on the heels of another internal MAGA battle over Trump's immigration policies, particularly his handling of H-1B visas. That dispute pitted figures like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy against MAGA hardliners such as Laura Loomer, who reject nearly all immigration reforms. Now, Trump's decision to honor Carter has reignited tensions, revealing fractures within his base over how to interpret and respond to perceived ideological deviations. Trump's tribute to Carter was measured and dignified, highlighting the shared experience of serving as president and the unique burdens that come with the office. In his statement, Trump acknowledged the challenges Carter faced and credited him with doing his best to improve the lives of Americans. He closed by urging prayers for the Carter family. Despite the seemingly innocuous nature of the statement, MAGA supporters quickly erupted in outrage. One commenter dismissed Carter as a terrible president whose policies allegedly caused lasting economic damage. The commenter attributed current inflation issues to Carter's administration, ignoring the more recent economic disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent stimulus packages. Another MAGA supporter reluctantly acknowledged the need to be respectful, but insisted on maintaining a negative view of Carter's presidency. Some critics accused Trump of trying to curry favor with leftists, claiming his remarks were an attempt to earn points from political opponents who, in their view, are irredeemably hostile. Others invoked Carter's controversial decision to pardon Vietnam War draft dodgers, arguing that the move forced others to serve in their place, many of whom did not return home. Ironically, these criticisms overlooked Trump's own history as a draft dodger, having avoided service during Vietnam due to alleged bone spurs. This backlash underscores a broader tension within the MAGA movement. Trump's occasional gestures of bipartisanship or basic decency toward political opponents are often met with fierce resistance from his most loyal followers. Many MAGA supporters prefer a combative, uncompromising approach and view any deviation as a betrayal. Trump's past comments about Carter further complicate the situation. While campaigning, Trump frequently mocked Carter, at one point suggesting that Carter was thrilled by Biden's debate performance because it made him look competent by comparison. Such remarks highlight Trump's tendency to alternate between attacks and praise, leaving his supporters uncertain about where he truly stands. Despite the criticism, Carter's legacy remains significant. Often derided for his handling of the economy and the Iran hostage crisis, Carter's presidency was also marked by major achievements. He brokered the Camp David Accords, bringing together Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin to negotiate a historic peace agreement. Carter also established the Department of Energy, reflecting his background as a scientist and his commitment to addressing the nation's energy challenges. Carter's efforts to normalize relations with China built on groundwork laid by Richard Nixon and helped pave the way for modern diplomatic and economic ties. Additionally, Carter's decision to return control of the Panama Canal to Panama demonstrated a commitment to fairness and international cooperation, even if it was controversial at the time. As an ex-president, Carter's work with the Carter Center earned him widespread respect. He championed human rights, monitored elections, and fought diseases like guinea worm disease. His efforts earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002, solidifying his reputation as a humanitarian. Trump's tribute to Carter, while measured, highlights the stark contrast between the two men. Carter's post-presidency was defined by humility and service, whereas Trump's has been marked by controversy and continued political battles. For many MAGA supporters, Carter represents the antithesis of their values, making Trump's praise difficult to reconcile. The reaction to Trump's statement also reflects the ongoing identity crisis within the Republican Party. While Trump remains the dominant figure, his occasional departures from MAGA orthodoxy reveal underlying fractures. Issues like immigration, foreign policy, and economic priorities continue to divide the movement, and Trump's attempts to balance competing interests often provoke backlash. The controversy over Carter's tribute is just one example of these tensions. Trump's previous clashes with his base over H-1B visas and labor policies demonstrate how quickly MAGA supporters can turn on him when they feel he is compromising their principles. These divisions raise questions about Trump's ability to maintain unity as he prepares for another presidential campaign. Meanwhile, Carter's legacy continues to be reassessed. Critics focus on his economic struggles and foreign policy challenges, while supporters emphasize his achievements in diplomacy, energy policy, and human rights. His passing has prompted reflections on his efforts to heal a divided nation and address global issues, qualities that stand in stark contrast to the divisive rhetoric that dominates today's politics. As preparations for Carter's funeral on January 9th unfold, tributes from across the political spectrum highlight his enduring impact. President Joe Biden, a close friend of Carter, has gone to great lengths to honor his legacy, underscoring the bipartisan respect Carter commands. Trump's more restrained tribute, while controversial, reflects a recognition of Carter's contributions and the unique bond shared by former presidents. The MAGA backlash to Trump's comments serves as a reminder of the movement's uncompromising nature. Many supporters demand absolute loyalty to their worldview and react harshly to any perceived deviations. Trump's ability to navigate these expectations while appealing to a broader electorate remains a key challenge. As the 2024 election approaches, Trump's handling of issues like immigration, foreign policy, and economic reform will continue to test his base's loyalty. Whether he can maintain their support while reaching out to moderates and independents remains to be seen. In the meantime, Carter's life and legacy offer a stark contrast to the current political climate. His commitment to public service, diplomacy, and humanitarian effort stands as a reminder of what leadership can achieve. While Trump's tribute may have angered some of his supporters, it also highlights the enduring impact of Carter's work and the importance of recognizing contributions across party lines. For now, the MAGA movement's reaction underscores the challenges Trump faces as he seeks to balance his base's expectations with broader political realities. As the debate over Carter's legacy continues, it also serves as a reflection on the values and priorities that shape American politics today.